This is the only video you will ever need in order to make great video intro. See, understanding the true purpose of a video intro is vital for your success. Without it, you will continuously have retention graphs that look like this, and this, and continuously wondering why you don't get the result you wish. And I know that feeling, that sucks. But after spending weeks trying to understand what makes a great video intro, I came up with a very simple framework that anyone can use. And once you understand how to use it, people will not only want to watch your video, they will crave to watch it until the end. So this is what I'm going to teach you in this video in order for you to implement this in your own videos. Ready? Great, because we have a lot to cover. So let's get to it, but before we do, I need to tell you something. This video is part of the video series where I walk you through each and every single step that you need to do in order to create great video. We start with the most basic way to do videos, and then we implement at each video a new thing to make the videos ever slightly better. And I do that for my video and I explain what I do so you can follow along and build your skill as a content creator. And the main goal of this process is to not rely on editing but rather on the skill of the creator itself. The idea is to keep the process very short so you can produce high quality video under 2 hours. So if you're interested, go watch the video series from the beginning because we're already far ahead in the process. But for those of you who are following this video series, or if you're just interested in the subject of video intro, let's get to the topic of today's video. So let's picture that and take a step back a little bit. Think about your thinking or thought process when you're watching a video. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? When you're clicking on a new video, what is going on in your mind? See, when we start watching a video, we don't have yet decided that we are going to watch. The process we are engaged is much more a decision process where we are trying to figure out if or not we are going to watch the video. Mainly speaking, this is about should I continue scrolling or should I stop and watch this video? This is the main question that we all try to ask when we are starting a new video. Because I don't know for you, but very often I just start a video, put it back and continue scrolling while I'm listening to the video intro. If I find a better video in the meantime, I just watch another video and skip it. That's why the key point here is we need to understand what the purpose of the video is. In the last video with the hook, the main purpose was not to scare people away. We wanted to be coherent between the title and thumbnail and the beginning of the video, the hook. We need to be coherent. While in the intro, this is a step further. We need to make people care about the video. We need to make them take the decision to watch. Because here is the harsh truth. People don't owe you to watch your video. I know that's hurt, I know you don't want to hear that, and I don't want either. But that's the truth. They don't owe you to watch your video. Because I know we put our soul, our energy, we put hours into making great videos, and yet people are not watching it. I just feel really bad, and we think, after all this effort I've put in, I should get results. And that's the worst part of being on this content creation journey is the result is not always equivalent to the effort. You might put a ton of effort into a video and yet it doesn't perform very well. And on the other hand, you can put barely any effort into one video and it's going to blow up. That's really the tough part about this content creation journey. And sometimes, without realizing it, we feel entitled to, if I put the effort, I should get views, people should watch my video. But the harsh truth is, they don't have to. You have to make them care, for them to take the decision to watch. And I know that can be devastating because after all that work, if people don't watch, we can feel terrible about ourselves, even questioning if we should continue or not. But it doesn't have to be that way. Accepting this truth, the fact that people don't owe us anything, is the first step in order to get into the right direction. In order to start the process of selling them the idea to watch. Now that you understand what is the true purpose of an intro, we need to create a process that sells them the idea to watch, makes them desire to want to watch the video. Accepting this truth is not bad, it's a good thing because now you know what to do. And to do that, there is 3 things we need to cover in our intro. So first, picture this. You've been there. We know we should take care of our car, see the mechanics every now and then. Yet we don't. We wait until the worst possible time for our cars to break down, and we don't have the time, we don't have the money, yet we need to take care of it. Why are we doing that? If it could have been just avoided, if we just have checking regularly. Why are we doing that? Simply because the problem that we don't see is a problem that doesn't exist. It's stupid, but that's the human mind. This is how we work. And so, like a hammer seeing a nail, when you see a problem, we just hit on it. And when we don't see it, why should I bother? Why should I put any effort into something that I don't see? And that's the key element here. We are trained and conditioned to fix problems that are in front of us and completely disregard the ones that are in the future. So if people don't recognize the problem you're trying to solve in your video, they will not care enough to watch the video until the end. That's why the first key that you need to take in consideration in making your intro is make people care about the problem you are trying to solve. We need to make them aware of the problem, aware of the potential benefits and consequences if they don't take action. This is what is generally referred as the stakes. What is at stake if they don't watch your video? Then we have something completely different, which is more related to you and the video itself. When you're watching a video, what are the questions you have in mind? Maybe the title and thumbnail was intriguing and rose some question. Maybe you're questioning the creator. Can you trust them? Is the information in the video high quality? Is it worth your time or not? Or even you may have some unknown expectation of what you're going to get out of this video. See, all of that are questions that the viewer have in mind when they are starting to watch your video. Even if they are not aware of them, this is still something that is running in their subconscious mind. And if those questions are not addressed or answered quickly at the beginning of the video in the intro, they will take the decision to leave, or at least they will not take the decision to watch your video. While on the other hand, if you address them, if you don't leave any stone unturned, if you make it crystal clear in the mind of the viewer that this is what they are going to get, this is why they should trust, the questions that they have in mind are going to be answered, then you make it much easier for them to take the decision to watch. But answering those questions don't have to be done directly in the intro. You just need to address them, making clear in the mind of your viewers that they are going to have the answer in the video. This is about creating open loops that almost make them aware of the questions that they have in their subconscious mind, but because you are speaking it, you are expressing it, they are becoming aware of it, and then if they are aware of it, they will care even more. Okay, that's great, but this is a lot of things to cover in just a simple intro of less than a minute. So how are we supposed to put everything together into a coherent intro? Glad you asked, because this is exactly what we are going to see now. Because this is clear in our minds that we need to sell the idea to the viewer to watch our video. But this is not a sales letter. And people are actually not even aware of what is going on. They are here to watch and enjoy the video. So we need to embed everything we've talked about until now into a structure that is fun, interesting and entertaining. And that makes them want to care and crave to know what is coming next in the video. And look at that! There is actually something that is called a storytelling structure. You probably heard thousands of times people talking about on YouTube, you need to tell a story, you need to tell a story. But the way I see it is, for me, a video is not just one story. Each part of the video has their own purpose and target. And each part you can create a little story. And this is exactly what we need to do here with our video intro, where the setup is actually the title, thumbnail and hook. All this together put the foundation, the setup. Then you have the confrontation. Confrontation is mainly you confronting the viewer with the fact that they have not yet decided to watch your video. With the rising action, with the stake getting higher, you're making them care and make them want to watch the video until they reach the crisis, where really you're hammering down the most important facts, the most important point of if they don't watch, they will regret it for the rest of their life. You don't have to get as crazy as that, but that's the idea. And then with the falling action, the resolution, this is where you are going to transition towards the main content of the video, because at this point they have taken the decision to watch or not, and so you can just chill a little bit. And if that's the moment after they have taken the decision to watch where you can do some call to action, very light call to action like I did in this video with the introduction of the video series. So what we are going to do now, that was the main video. Everything that you need to know, you know now. But for those of you who are following this video series, I'm going to show you the example of this video, how I applied everything I told you in this video in order to make my intro. So let's get to it. So here you can see it, that's not that complex. Okay, I know this video is already pretty long, so I've talked about a lot of things, but when you put everything together, that's not that crazy. You see Act 3, Act 1, 2, 3, Part 1, which is the climax, the most important part, and then the resolution, which is mainly about the transition towards the next video. The Act 1 is simple, we covered it in the last video, this is the hook. Nothing else to add. Then this is about the Act 2, rising action, and mainly the climax, because the resolution, people have already taken the decision to watch or not. Here, how did I do it? How did I apply everything I told you in this video? Simply, you see in the rising action, we are talking about the credibility, the stakes, the result, or the transformation. Anyway, you don't have to do everything, just choose the ones that you think are the most relevant and that are going to be the most impactful in making people want to watch a video. So here I said, C. Understanding the true purpose of a video intro is vital for your video's success. Without it, your video will continuously have retention graphs that look like this, this, and this. So here, I make them aware of the fact that they need to understand what the true purpose of a video intro is. I raise the question of, you don't understand what a true video intro is. Then I go on with the consequences of not understanding that. What they can miss out, what are the painful realities that they are going to face if they don't follow through with the video. They are going to have retention graphs that look like crap. Then I face the reality. If they don't get that right, they know that they won't get the result they wish. And that hurts. And that's also something that I said in the part just after that. And I know that feeling, that sucks. Because this is not only about the problem, the reason for them to watch, this is about the feeling, the deep down feeling that makes them care. Because caring is mainly about an emotion. You can give reason, but if they are not connecting to the emotion, this is not as powerful. If you give the reason and the emotion, this is powerful. And also this is relatable because by saying that I know that feeling, that sucks, that sets the foundation for what I'm going to do just after about the credibility, why they should trust me. Here, I'm setting the foundation that I know what you are going through and I know that sucks. And just after, I put a credibility piece to build up on that. So the credibility, you have two main ways to go about it. You have either the authority bias. So this is if you are an expert, you have some credential, you have some proof, some testimonials, any success stories that you can use in order to show that you know what you are talking about. Or, which is what I did here, because I'm honest, I'm just trying to figure out this YouTube journey, try to figure out this online business game. And so I don't have a lot of results to show yet, but I'm working hard. I put a lot of work, and this is what I said here, that I spent weeks trying to understand what makes a good video intro. And that's true, this is what I did. So I'm not lying, and that's the key points, because I don't know for you, but often when I hear people saying that you need to give credential, why people should trust you and so on, I feel I have some imposter syndrome or something like that. I feel not very comfortable because I know I don't have really anything to show, but that doesn't have to be that way because it's just because I put the bar too high. That's okay to begin. That's okay to be where you are. Just be honest, be authentic with your journey. I'm in the process of figuring it out. And I know that my talent in life, maybe I'm not the one that knows the most about YouTube, but I know I have one talent that makes the difference between everyone else. I'm really good at figuring shit out. So I know I'm going to figure it out, and that's what I'm sharing. And I finish with the most important part, the result, the benefit. people will not only want to watch the video, but they will crave to watch it until the end. The idea of a good sales pitch is just to make things appear really appealing and maybe a little bit more than they are, but because you know this is something that will help your viewers, your customer get what they want. But in order to get through the resistance to take action, sometimes we need to push them just over the edge by claiming things a little bit more than what they are actually. But I truly believe that the process I've explained is what makes a true video intro. And then I finish with the resolution where I set the expectation for what is coming in the video. And also it's something that I didn't want to talk. Here in the intro, you have, okay, you set the expectation, but there is something more that you can do that actually in the sales, this is more like the bonuses that you can have when buying something. Here, this is about delivery. You are setting the expectation of what you are going to deliver, but you can also do something even better, over-delivering. Promise something more than what they were actually expecting after clicking on the video. There is a ton of ways to do that. You can, for instance, say that you are going to have something to download, a cheat sheet at the end of the video, or a lot of things. That's more complex. For now, I think we have already a lot to cover, a lot to train on in order to make those video intro and to practice them. I think for now, not necessarily focusing too much on the over delivery is not that bad. We can focus on that later. So anyway, let's wrap things up because this video is already way too long. Main point, you need to remember the video intro, a sales pitch where you need to sell the idea to your viewer to watch the video until the end. You can improve your skill of making better intro by learning about marketing strategies and how to sell things. In general, I truly believe that everything you will learn of building your online business and so on and create marketing strategies and how to sell to people are things you can use in your video intro. I truly believe that, and this is what I'm going to try to learn from myself to make better. Then we need to wrap everything into a coherent storytelling structure to make people care and really engage them into a fun and entertaining intro. Where the title, the thumbnail, and the hook are the setup. Then you're introducing the stake with the rising action, and you deliver the most important part in the climb to push them over the edge and make them take the decision to watch until the end. Ooh, that's a lot. Coming next, we are going to focus on the main content of the video, what comes after the intro. Yes, so thanks you for watching. Go watch the next video, and I'll see you next time.